Hi, my name is Janelynne Galera, anchor for Asian Media International. Welcome to our final part of our three-part series on the book review section. Last time, we met Editor-in-Chief Ella Kelleher, an LMU grad who majored in English and specialized in multi-ethnic literature. Thank you so much, Ella, for joining us for the final time today, and let's just jump right in. What are some book reviews that you have learned from?
So some book reviews that I've learned a lot from, first one being Eating Wild Japan by Winifred Bird from 2021. I learned how to forage for and cook vegetables endemic to Japan, but through that I also learned a lot about the cultural knowledge that eating like that can offer, how humans have adapted to their surroundings and vice versa over thousands of years. So it also taught me how to become more environmentally sustainable and culturally aware through eating those types of foods. Another book that I learned a lot from was Black Box by Shiori Ito from 2021. It talks a lot about the flawed and misogynistic criminal justice system in Japan that needs changing, and how one woman's single-handed battle against a powerfully corrupt judicial system reveals the underlying problems that Japanese women, and to an extent the world's women, have to deal with. And so the themes were sexual harassment in the workplace, traumatizing law enforcement practices, and media gaslighting of sexual assault victims.
Very interesting. I think that literature is a great way to gain an insight into the problems of society as a whole, and I feel like with writing, you are really able to unpack those issues and analyze the world we live in on a deeper level. So what have you learned from doing this job?
I learned a lot from doing this job. Firstly, I learned how to write more concisely, grab readers' attention very quickly, and bring in my own writer's voice to my writing. I'm better able to look out for inconsistencies and errors in text and analyze and not summarize. I think I also learned a lot how to edit other people's work while maintaining their own unique writing signature and voice. So doing extensive research on specific topics, marketing pieces on social media, and reaching out to different publishing companies were all other things that I learned a lot from this job. Overall, I'd say I got a lot of adaptability to, literary improvement and building confidence in myself as a writer.
Very nice. Yeah, I've read a lot of your work and every piece is so thorough and detail-oriented. And I can tell that you care so much about what you do and that this is a true passion of yours. Let's take a second to look back on your first book review on the Japanese novel Breasts and Eggs by Mieko Kawakami. First off, what compelled you to write this story? And then tell us about how your process of writing has changed since January 2021.
Yeah, there was a lot of buzz about this book in both Western and Japanese media, which naturally drew my attention to it. Coupled with the strong themes of femininity and what it means to be an Asian woman, I decided I had to review it. Back then, I had to read a lot of material to formulate even just one review. I had no idea how those things were done and relied a bit too much on summary. Now I rely mostly on my own creative thought processes as I read the book. I delve deeper into analysis and focus less on the literal events of the story.
Also, this novel raises a lot of questions about womanhood. What specific things do you think readers can learn about women and motherhood and the roles we as women in society are told to play after reading this novel?
In terms of what we can learn from motherhood in this novel, the book does a great job of showcasing the pressures on modern women, especially women of a more conservative society like Japan, to have children and become homemakers. What if that's not your calling? What if you'd rather be a single mother instead of a wife? Why is single motherhood so demonized in Eastern and Western societies? These are super important questions that the book asks us but doesn't answer directly. I think that the book asserts that there's power in a woman's choice, whether that's for or against motherhood.
Right. I really think that it is powerful how the book leaves it up to the reader to decide what opinion she wants to take on the matter. I like how it doesn't give you a this is right or this is wrong answer, because at the end of the day, the topic is so subjective to the woman reading it. Now, looking forward, where do you want to take this book review section in the future?
Going into the future, I want to keep a line of loyal, talented reviewers who focus not just on specific Asian regions, but make a series out of that particular country. For example, currently we have a reviewer focusing on books out of Indonesia, and I think that's really valuable for the wider audience to learn a lot about one culture. I'd also like to focus on quality over quantity in terms of the reviews. More reviews on rising stars in Asia, giving smaller voices a larger stage, and having a specific cultural takeaway that each review can offer.
Well, you've done amazing so far, and I cannot wait to see where the future takes you and this book review section. Again, thank you so much, Ella, for coming in and allowing me to ask you about the book review section.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Janelynne, and for these interviews. I really appreciate it.
I'm Janelynne Galera, and I've had the pleasure of being your host and giving you a little bit more insight to the woman behind the book review section. Thank you so much. Bye.